Hi, I'm Siobhan Barros-Limon, and I am hailing from San Francisco. My son Castiel is 5 years old, and I wanted to share about having grown up thinking that kids are wild and that we have to train them and get them to comply with what we want from them. And from working with Vanessa, both in coaching opportunities, but really during Motivational Mastery Weekend that we just completed, is realizing that kids actually do want to cooperate. It's just they may not understand what we're asking of them. They may not have the capacity yet, depending upon their age, to comply with the requests that we're making for them. One of the things that's been a big struggle in our family is having our son take a bath regularly, and in particular, dealing with his hair. And it always seems like a fight. And one of the things that having the conversation in the weekend and realizing it's not that he doesn't want to cooperate, there's something else going on. So we've started experimenting. And the thing that's really great about it is I forget sometimes, given that I'm not in school anymore, the scientific method, which seems like a simple thing that you could employ in raising a kid, but never dawned on me until this last weekend when we were talking about that. It's not that they don't want to cooperate, they just don't have the capacity yet, or we haven't tapped into their intrinsic motivation. So we started giving Castiel more autonomy. And so one of the things that was difficult for me is that we've been trying to brush his hair because it's curly in the shower. And if I'm in the shower with him, it's much easier to do that. But he wants to do it by himself. So, okay, that'll get you into the shower, which then turns into a bath. But he's excited and happy. And so the day after the retreat, we literally tried that out. He climbed out when he was ready and then sat down, and I was like, okay, I'm going to start brushing your hair. And he says, okay. And literally he let me not, I know, right? He's never done that with me. Now, I've heard stories that, and he's come home from school where the teachers have done something with his hair. And I'm like, how? They're like, it's not a problem. He just sits. And so he just sat there. And this has been a struggle for over a year. So being able to really relate to him and to use the tools that are part of this program. So our kids are all very different. And what's going to work for my kid versus your kid versus another kid is going to be different. A lot of times we think that we need to dumb things down for our kids. But if we can pay attention to the age and age it like what we work with them about their age, that's one of the ways to be able to customize whatever it is that the tools are to the specific age of your child. So we learn how to figure out what are the steps between where we are and where we want to go, and knowing that we're not going to get here right away. So whatever it is that you're dealing with your kids, having these tools to be able to find that path and be okay that it's in little itty bitty increments. And the relationship, that's the other piece that is really important, is your relationship with your child. It's unique. You and your child have your own special relationship, and there's a love and a bond that's there. So bringing that present, even when you're frustrated, that's times when it's really the most difficult, but we get the tools as well as sort of the opportunity to just vent whatever we're frustrated with, so that when we go back to interacting with our kids, they're not just getting our frustration. And we just have to find the keys, and the tools that Vanessa provides are like those keys you see the janitor. You've got an entire ring of, okay, this one doesn't work. Let's try another one. Okay, that one didn't work either. How about this one? That's the one. And that, because there's so many different keys, you will find the one that you need at this moment. I definitely cannot imagine our life without having been in this program. We have, as really any parent has, some pretty extenuating circumstances and struggles that we've dealt with over the time we've been in the program. And It literally seems like every time we hit some roadblock with Cass and his development, that within at least 2 to 3 days, and sometimes as long as a week, there's some kind of touch point where we're actually able to get the support from Vanessa live and or our community. The other thing that's incredible about the community is that it's not just, we don't all go to Vanessa. We now talk to each other. We have a Facebook group, we have text chains, and the parents have kids of all ages. All of them have experiences that are different than ours that can give us different perspectives to try to work with, to even see other people's struggles, to know that it's not just me, that I'm not a bad parent, that I'm not doing it right. This community is phenomenal, and I can't imagine parenting without it.